Now, here's a good question here from Walker 1984. Is it easier cutting a heel promo or a face promo, in your opinion?
Great question. Great question. Um, and it's a good answer, and it's accurate. 100% easier cutting a heel promo. When you're cutting a babyface promo, you've got to. There's rules. There's rules. You know, you've got to make sure you're, putting your opponent over. You got to make sure you're talking good to the fans. You got to have a certain tone about yourself. There's just rules to cutting a good babyface promo, and there's zero rules for the heel. Zero. It's just all it's about is just blasting the guy, and there is nothing that you got to worry about or add in there or make sure you're careful with. You can just blast them. Like I'm Buff on the stuff. You suck, and nobody cares
Right.
about you. See you Monday night. Where babyface, hey, I'm Marcus Alexander Bagwell. I'm here for the fans, and we'll see you there. And it's a big difference, and it's much easier, swinging out a good heel promo than having to worry and step through that babyface one.
Makes sense. Yeah. So let me ask you this. When you have to cut a promo, whether it's heel or babyface, what happens before, the red light goes on? Are they giving you a paper that says you got to hit these bullet points? Or are they giving you a full on script, that you have to follow to the T?
Zero script. I only had to follow a script a few times, and it was with New Blood stuff. But zero wording in the old days. In the old days, you went to the South Tower, the CNN Center, WCW's home, and you were in the basement down there doing where all the production was, and you hoped that you didn't get behind the Steiner brothers, because it took a long time. They would mess up, and Disco used to do an imitation of Scotty doing an interview, and it was funny because he would say, "Me and my brother, beep, my brother and me, beep, beep," and was having to beat him out from cussing. And so Scotty, man, what Scotty did with his interviews from those days to Big Papa Pump is unbelievable. Scotty's interviews are so great and they're so incredible. But in the early days, babyface interviews are hard. They're hard. But nobody taught me this. It's just what I did. So there is no reason or recommendation. I think somebody along the line kind of says, hey, this, and this. Really, there's only a couple things you look at. It's the date, the venue, what event it is, and then something about your opponent, and then an ending. And so the best rule I ever got best lesson I ever got was from Flair. And he always said, tell the truth. And so if you can always tell the truth and tell it cocky, but as long as you're telling the truth. Hey, I'm Buff on the stuff. April 23rd, 2023. Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. The facts. List the facts, and then throw your attitude in there with it, the facts, and then some kind of close. And it always just went true to me with hearing that. Speak the truth, but then because you can always talk about the truth good because it's in your mind. Speak the truth, and then but just add your attitude with it, and it always comes out good.